Hello guys, my name is Octavius with Summit City Traditional Archery. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. As you can see, I shot in multiple different directions, and today's practice tip is entitled Practicing for Multiple Hunting Directions. Now, why is that? Why is it so important to shoot in multiple different directions when you're hunting or when you're practicing to hunt? Because most of us stand here in a very static fashion and we shoot down range at a deer target or a block target or a bullseye, hay bale with a cup, whatever it is, and we shoot straight on every single time. But in a hunting situation, you're not going to have that. It reminds me of a time where I had a deer come behind me in a deer stand. And so the tree is facing me right now, but I'm actually sitting this way. But I was on top of a ridge, and I knew there was one trail behind me on top of the ridge where they would want to come down, but I didn't think they were going to take it. But anyhow, they took it. And so there was a deer family, I should say, probably a bunch of does. I didn't see a buck. And they came down. It was early season in Indiana. And they came down about 3 to 4 of them, and they swooped in. But I had to face the tree because the actual trail went behind the tree, down the ridge, and I was about 35 feet above them because they didn't stop behind the tree, which was good because I wouldn't have got a shot. But they went down the ridge, and now they were down in the valley because I was in a very hilly location. So I went and I knocked my arrow and I released it. When I drew back, I released it. It went right underneath that doe. So I was very, very upset about it. But since I was going deer hunting with a bow, they didn't know anything different. They got spooked, ran off, and they came back within a couple of minutes. Then she came back and I smoked her. But why do I bring that story up? Because just because you're facing outward in a deer stand or in a blind, you have to be able to shoot in multiple different directions. So you could see that I shot to my left, I shot to my right, and I shot straight on with one single arrow. And so every single one of my targets, dead deer, and dead deer. I have a target at 10 yards, one at 20, and one at 15. About where you would kill a deer at typically with a recurve or a longbow. So this is a practice tip on shooting a single arrow. Now, if you watch my channel, I'm big on shooting single arrows. I'm not really big on shooting groups because groups can be deceiving. It can give you a false sense of confidence, to be honest with you. You're very confident that you'll go in the woods because about your second or third arrow, you're warmed up. How about can you shoot a single arrow in different directions, okay, at various distances? That's what most archers cannot do with a recurve or a longbow. They can sit at 15 yards or 20 yards or even 30 yards and continuously group them because they get warmed up. But this, like I just did, I just came off of work, and the first 3 arrows I shot was one at different distances, a single arrow for each target. Now what this does is it simulates a hunting situation to where I only get one arrow most of the time to shoot. I don't get multiple tries. A deer is not going to sit there and let you shoot it 3 times until you get it right. It's not going to happen. You got one time to hit that deer with an actual arrow before it runs off. You never see it again. So this makes your blood trails a lot easier when you're able to be accurate at various different distances. Today was at 10, 15, and 20 yards, right? But tomorrow it might be longer. But just practice this. Practice shooting facing the tree like this, to my left, straight on when I'm facing outward in a deer stand, and then my back to the tree when I'm shooting to the left or to my right. You get it, okay? Basically, multiple different distances, multiple different directions, a single arrow. This is another practice tip. I want to try to get you guys prepared, especially guys trying to get different ways to practice, or guys that have been hitting a slump in their shooting and you want to spice it up a little bit. Use that single arrow, shoot at different targets at various different distances, and I'm I'm for sure, okay, I should say, that you're going to be very successful if you switch it up a little bit and you don't just shoot at a pie pan at 15 yards trying to shoot groups. That's not going to get it done in a hunting situation, because you never know what you're going to run into. Trust me. Okay, guys? So remember this. You don't have to get ready when you stay ready. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.